you are more than welcome back to Little Miss Drop Stitch. Today's tutorial is how to crochet a granny square. We've finally got some more crochet on the Little Miss Drop Stitch channel. I will also be showing you how to either change colours each round or what to do if you're continuing in the same colour.
First thing is always first, we need to make a magic loop. I do have a video on this if you want it slower and in more depth. I'll link that below. However, just to do a quickie, okay, 2 fingers, yarn over the front, yarn over the back to make an X, and then pull through. And the reason I prefer anyway a magic loop as opposed to just doing chain, slip stitching and then working in that circle is because we can cinch it, and that makes it nice and neat and professional, and we've not got kind of a gaping hole in the middle. What you want to do next, get your tension all balanced. I find it helpful to just pinch the kind of anti-clockwise, the left side of the circle with my middle finger and thumb. As with all crochet, we want to create the height first. So you're going to chain 3. See, I can just make the circle a bit smaller. And then yarn over, and I'm using UK terms, so I'm going to treble. However, if it's US terms, then you'll be doing a double crochet. And you want to do 11 trebles in total, and you've got your chain 3. What that means is then we've got 12 essentially treble crochets because we've included that chain 3 there, and then we will split that into 4 clusters of 3 in the next step. So I'll carry on and I will meet you when I've finished. So let's have a count. We've got our initial chain 3, so we're counting that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now what I can do is I can pull on this short tail, and there we go, we cinch it together. A point to note is if you're using chunky yarn like I am, you will naturally get a bit of a hole. Last part, and this is, so we're now calling them rounds because we're going to be joining it. So this is your first round, and you want to count for that initial 3 chains. So 1, 2, 3. So essentially, we're pretending it's a treble, and we're going to slip stitch in the top of that treble. And this tail as well, once you've pulled it, you can sew it in after so it doesn't loosen again. Okay, next bit. You can absolutely do this in a different colour and have every round in a different colour. We're going to chain 3. This second round is a little bit different in the sense we're creating a lot of corners. Okay, so it'll be a little bit different. What I want you to do is 2 more trebles or double crochets in the US. So that's our first cluster, but we want to make it into a corner. So we're going to do the same again into that little space we've got. Some people do chain in between, and I used to do that. However, since not having that chain space, I feel it looks much better and neater and not as kind of airy and gapping. I want what I'm making to be warm. Brilliant, we've got our first corner. Miss the next 3, yarn over, and then 6 trebles again. But if you did want to put a chain, you'd do 3 trebles, a chain, and then 3 trebles. I'm going to carry on here, but I will speed it up just to show you what I'm up to. So again, miss 3, 6 in the next one. Can you see now how the corners are starting to appear? And just like the last round, we're going to go into the top of that chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch. Connects it together. If you wanted the next round a different colour, all you'll need to do is cut and fasten off, and then I would join in a corner. Okay, so we've got the 3 and the 3. I'd join in that space there. However, if you're carrying on in the same colour, it's easier to get to the corner and it stops. I know some people say they've got like a kind of twist effect going on, which we don't want. and slip stitch 1, 2, 3, and now I'm in the corner. Got 3 this side and 3 that side. Again, and this round I'm doing now is what you'll be doing on every round until you want to finish. Chain 3 for the height, and another 2, but we're pretending that chain 3 is a treble. 3 is definitely the magic number and treble is the magic stitch for granny square. So we've got our 3, but we want to make a corner. So I'm going to do another 3. And the bigger it gets, the less kind of cornery it will be, so you won't feel like you're doing corners all the time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we've got a gap there. And that's where we do the next cluster. And this is why I really like making granny squares, because you don't have to count stitches, you just go where there's a space and do the magic number 3. 1, 2, 3, and now we're at another corner. I will do another round to show you when you're kind of less cornery. Another 3 and another 3, so 6 in the corners. We've got a gap, so we do another 3. We're at another corner, so we want 6. And then what I'm going to do, and I'll meet you back, so 6 in this corner, 3 in that little space, 6 in that corner, 3 in that little space, and I will meet you when we've done up to there. Have a guess what we do now. We're slip stitching into the top of that 3 chain that we started with to give our height. I will just do a side of this next round to show you what it's like when it's not all cornery, and this is what you'll be following onwards. If you're doing another colour, okay, into the corner. However, I'm just going to slip stitch 3 across to get to the corner because I'm using one colour. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. Okay, chain 3. Okay, tell me what we do next. Okay, another 5 because the chain 3 makes it 6, so that's 2 clusters of 3 because we're at a corner. Okay, and what we do now, we can see a little gap. So we're going to do a cluster of 3. And again here, there's another gap. And you know, the bigger your square gets, the more of those little 3 clusters along and gaps you'll have. Then after this, we're back to another corner. Well, thank you so much for watching today's tutorial. It's certainly one of my favourites. Do give us a like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff please, so I can continue to make more. Thank you and take care.